Hello students, welcome you all to Sunya IAS. Welcome back to top 50 rapid current affairs of each month. This is for the revision of all the important topics that had been in news in the year 2023 so that you can prepare very well for the prelims examination 2024. These are the high yielding topics of each month and that has been categorized in such a manner that for your revision also it becomes easy. We had been covering 1 to 5. Okay, 1 month's current affair, 11 to 15, another month's current affair, and 21 to 25, next month's current affair. So, within a period of 1 month, you cover 3 months high yielding topic current affairs over here. And the systemic categorization is on 11th March, we have completed economic development. Today, we'll be doing polity, governance, international relations. 13th March, environment and ecology. 14th March, science and technology. 15th March, reports, indices, defense, art and culture, miscellaneous topics like government schemes. This is how you should also study the current affairs. I do understand there is not a watertight separation for the topics. Some topics are interrelated. तो उनकी integrated preparation करने की ज़रूरत है. कई सारे टॉपिक्स हैं जो स्टैटिक के कंसेप्ट्स के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरविंड हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी विल सी इनटू द पॉलिटी सेक्शन लाइक आर्टिकल 200 वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. इट वाज इन द न्यूज़. And it was in the news and therefore question can be asked from the static portion as well. Getting this point? Along with that, if you want to seriously prepare for your current affairs as a holistic, manner, because this sector presents a lot of dynamism. वो dynamism across the subject आएगा, एक integrated manner में करने में आएगा, consolidation में आएगा, previous year questions पे high focus देने पे आएगा, PYQ. देखो, the toppers also say about it that previous year questions are the beacon light. They will give you the idea that what exactly UPSC is asking, where UPSC is leading you to. और उन previous year questions के basis पर ही हम current affairs को और evolve करते हैं so that you feel very confident कि हाँ हमने question भी solve किया जो exam में आया हुआ है already, what UPSC has asked, and from the present current affairs what we had been studying, what questions can be formed. So you can join the current affairs crash course. This is already live. You can visit the website and join from there. And at the Delhi offline center also, you can join it. So let's start. First topic is Electricity Amendment Rules 2024. Electricity Amendment Rules आ गए हैं. देखो, electricity sector, if I talk about energy sector, energy sector students, ये sector across the subjects जाएगा. Energy sector we have to deal in the economic development as well. Energy sector in terms of policy formulation we will discuss in governance as well. Energy sector in science and technology because new technologies are required for the renewable energy, hydrogen based economy, the technology part is there. समझ रहे हो, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी टेक्नोलॉजी, टोकामैक, फिशन, डिफरेंट चीजें हम साइंस एंड टेक में बिल्ड कर रहे हैं. पर्टिकुलरली वी डिस्कस द मेजर सेक्टर थर्मल पावर प्लांट से जो एनर्जी बन रही है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बन रही है. देयरफॉर दिस इज गवर्न्ड बाय मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पावर. सो व्हेन वी डिस्कस अबाउट इट वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम थर्मल पावर प्लांट से थ्रू द ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स, ओके, अप एंड डाउन ट्रांसफॉर्मर, when we distribute this energy to the consumers, this electricity to the consumers, lot of losses are there, lot of metering issues are there. Saubhagya Yojana that had been launched by the government of India, okay, for universal electricity supply. Now this losses we are making, our discoms are making, how do we manage that, how do we reduce that? उसके लिए बहुत सारी previous schemes भी आई जिससे हमको पता चल रहा है कि ये sector बहुत important है. उदय bonds had been launched, okay. Our RDSS scheme, revamped distribution sector scheme had been launched for it. So overall turnaround of this power sector is required right now to ease the access of electricity to the consumers as well as manage them so that renewable energy, rooftop renewable energy can also be there. For that, what has happened, consumers having more than specified load and energy storage system, it is also called as SLES, allowed to establish, operate and maintain dedicated transmission lines for themselves. पहले क्या होता था, एक लाइसेंस लेने की जरूरत पड़ती थी. even if you have more than allowed load is there, now you can have your own transmission lines. So basically it has a criticism also because the manipulation will be there, okay, for the power sector without the requirement of license. So license raj का कहीं ना कहीं dilution हो रहा है. License raj is being diluted over here also. Tariff, what are the rules for the tariff? It should be reflected in the cost, as well as revenue gap between approved annual revenue requirement and established एनुअल रेवेन्यू, उसके बीच में वो रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए, वो टैरिफ गैप आपका रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए, except under natural calamities or conditions. So this had been the amendment into the electricity rules 2024. Point of presence regulations 2023. Insurance sector, the next big thing, like you have seen with the digital India, a lot of sectors have boomed, whether it be e-education, e-health, okay, a lot of startups, edtech startups had been there, a lot of boom into that sector also happened. Next big sector is pension sector or insurance sector. So to ease that, National Pension Subscribers Pension Regulatory and Development Authority, PFRDA, it's a regulatory body. In your main syllabus also regulatory bodies have been mentioned. It has established National Pension Scheme Trust. Basically, PFRDA owns this NPS trust and it owns all the assets created under the NPS. So what happens that right now, before this, regulation, lot of clearances, multiple registrations were required. Multiple registrations. Now only one single window clearance, one registration is required. That will be through the point of presence. Point of presence. अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा? For example, you may subscribe to the NPS scheme. Retired persons are there. They may subscribe from banking and non-banking sources. Okay. So first point of interaction, NPS subscribers and NPS architecture. कलेक्शन पॉइंट्स, पॉइंट ऑफ प्रेजेंस सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स, वो बैंक में हो सकते हैं, कहीं भी हो सकते हैं. वन टाइम रजिस्ट्रेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. बैंक्स एंड नॉन बैंक्स कैन नाउ एक्ट एज पॉइंट ऑफ प्रेजेंस टू ऑनबोर्ड एनपीएस सब्सक्राइबर्स. सिंप्लीफाई किया हमने गवर्नेंस प्रोसेस को. दिस कुड बी एन एग्जांपल इन योर मेंस एग्जामिनेशन, हाउ द गवर्नेंस सिस्टम इज बीइंग सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर द एनपीएस स्कीम ऑल्सो. Statutory bail or default bail. Right now the trend is changing. The new trend of UPSC is more focused. Every year you are finding one or two questions from the law background. Okay, they are asking from the difference between lawyer and advocate. They are asking typical terms related to the law. And as per the Baswan committee recommendations, law could be a new subject if the pattern changes again. Therefore, in the previous lecture also, previous polity lecture, previous month, we have talked about, anticipatory bail or transit bail, what we call as transit bail or anticipatory bail. Here we are going to discuss about statutory bail or default bail. Statutory means by law it's a bail. Bail, that is a right of an individual. ठीक है, जो एक right होता है इंडिविजुअल का, bail as a matter of right. Understand this word, mark these words very clearly. So what happens that, for example, just understand, let's understand with a story. For example, if an individual is there and the police has, remanded him, that within 24 hours he is in the custody of the police. If in the 24 hours police cannot, investigate the matter and find certain concrete evidence for the charge sheet that can be filed in the court of law, then what will happen? They have to present them to the court. And from the court, they can ask for that, yes, sir, we are doing investigation. We want that accused into पुलिस कस्टडी और जुडिशियल कस्टडी. बेसिकली समझो, जो जुडिशियल कस्टडी है, पुलिस कस्टडी, दैट इज द सेम. जेल में ही रखते हैं उसको, कहीं और नहीं रखते हैं उसको. बट पॉइंट इज टिल हियर दीज 24 आवर्स आर पुलिस कस्टडी. बट आफ्टर द कोर्ट आस्क्स फॉर द कस्टडी, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज जुडिशियल कस्टडी. एंड दीज टू आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम हाउस अरेस्ट. House arrest is not considered in the time period over here as a police custody or judicial custody. So then court will order police custody, judicial custody, and they will say that in an ordinary case, they would say that 60 days के लिए आप remand में रखो, investigate करो accused को. Okay, so that you can find certain information, relevant evidence. If the offense attracts death sentence, more than 10 years of sentence, okay, imprisonment or jail term of not less than 10 years, कुछ उसने heinous crime किया हुआ है, murder किया हुआ है, in that case this remand period could go up to 90 days also. Getting the point? अगर इन्वेस्टिगेशन आपकी कंप्लीट नहीं हो पा रही है टाइम पे, आप चार्जशीट नहीं फाइल कर पा रहे हो कोर्ट में, देन बाय डिफॉल्ट द पर्सन विल गेट बेल. बट यहां पर क्या होता है, बेल अप्लाई करना पड़ता है. If the investigation is not complete within this stipulated period of time, the release of the person if he has prepared to and does furnish a bail. Now you will ask a question, even if sir he does not furnish a bail, what will happen? He would be given the statutory bail. By law the bail will be given. Therefore it is called as statutory bail. This time period 60 days or 90 days in different circumstances, ये ordinary case के लिए है. In different circumstances it can be increased to 180 days and even beyond that up to 1 year also. ठीक है, अगर कोई accused है और criminal है, found under Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Abuse Act 1985, in that case 180 days period will be there. अगर कोई public prosecutor आके कहता है कि नहीं, the person was having the drugs in the commercial quantity, in that case it could be extended to 1 year period also. Report by the public prosecutor indicating progress in investigation. Getting this point? Default or statutory bail is a right regardless of the nature of the crime. Regardless of the nature of crime. If you get this statement in the examination, it is correct. Sapinda marriages. Sapinda, same lineage if they are sharing. What happens here? Sapinda marriage, recently Delhi High Court has upheld the constitutional validity of prohibition of the marriage between the Sapindas. Okay, Sapindas. Here, for example, if an individual is there, Sapinda marriage, how do we regulate it in terms of facts? From the female perspective, okay, from the female matrilineal lineage, if I talk about matrilineal lineage, okay, then up to third generation. Okay, and from the paternal side up to fifth generation. That will be termed as Sapinda marriages. As per the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, there is prohibition of Sapinda marriages, and the reasoning that was given by the Delhi High Court was, if the choice of the partner in a marriage is left unregulated, an incestuous relationship may gain legitimacy. Incest may gain legitimacy. Okay, that is moving towards here. This example is very good for as a case study for anthropology students, that yes, what judgment has been given by the Delhi High Court, as well as for socio-optionals. And this kind of questions, because it is related to the law, Mitakshara law was asked by the UPSC. Mitakshara law. So ये भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. Sapinda marriage, Hindu Marriage Act, lot of things are in the news because of that. 16th Finance Commission, okay, constituted by the President of India, Article 280 Clause 1, static portion. ठीक है, फिर से फाइनेंस कमीशन के 4 मेजर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं. फ्रॉम योर स्टैटिक बुक्स यू विल रिवाइज दैट. ओके, अरविंद पनगरिया, who had been the former vice chairman of Niti Aayog, has been the person with finance commissioner. His time period basically starts from 2026. Okay, 5 years commencing from April 1, 2026. And other finance commissioners will also be there, redressing the vertical imbalances into the finances, taxation powers, expenditure responsibilities, and equalization of all the public services across the states. So, lot of vertical, horizontal distribution of taxes between the center and states, the devolution of money, the grants, that will be decided by the Finance Commission. Remember guys, the time period will start from 2026. India Innovation Center for the Graphene is the first graphene center of India. First graphene center is a joint collaboration between Digital University of Kerala, Center of Materials for Electronics Technology, CMET, and Tata Steels Limited. देखो ये कोलैबोरेशन क्यों कर रहे हैं हम? कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग के लिए, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए, और बहुत ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाना है हमको. Why we are focused so much on the graphene over here? Graphene, reason being, it is 200 times stronger than steel. 200 times stronger than the steel, yet 6 times lighter. हल्का है स्टील से बहुत ज्यादा, 200 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर है बट 6 टाइम्स लाइटर देन द स्टील है. दिस प्रोग्राम विल ऑल्सो सपोर्ट द ग्राफीन अरोरा प्रोग्राम. ग्राफीन अरोरा प्रोग्राम ऑफ मीटी. ठीक है. दिस मटेरियल ग्राफीन इज कॉल्ड एज द वंडर मटेरियल ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी. वंडर मटेरियल. इस वंडर मटेरियल के पीछे राज क्या है? 1 mm ऑफ ग्राफिक. इट्स अ 2 डायमेंशनल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. ठीक है, 2 डायमेंशनल मटेरियल होता है ग्राफीन. 1 mm of graphene contains 3 million layers of graphite. Basically 3 million layers होते हैं. 1 mm of graphite contains 3 million layers of graphene into it, prepared by heating either intercalated graphite, coal tar or shellac, or a mixture of these. Only absorbs 2% of light, therefore it is approximately transparent. Transparent material है graphene. So exam में question आता है, it's a transparent material because it absorbs only 2% of light. Okay. Chemically stable and inert, therefore it has lot of utility. Okay. Mechanical 100 times stronger than the steel, stiffer than the diamond. Electrical conductivity is very good. Okay. 60% greater conductivity than the copper itself. Thermal conductivity is good. It acts as a lubricant. Therefore, many times into the engines, we need the lubricants. Graphite is used there. Graphene can be used over there. It is impermeable, vacuum tight to the helium gas. ठीक है, impermeable है, इतना thin है. देख रहे हो कितना thin है? 3 million layers of graphene आ जा रहा है इसमें. Transparent. So these are the properties that makes it a wonder material, and India must do certain researches into it. Next topic is Bharat Tex 2024. Bharat Textile 2024. What has happened here, students? Textile sector is important for us. Textile sector. This sector after agriculture provides the most employment into India. Okay. So this sector, we want to showcase, we want to build the artisans, we want to build more and more textile manufacturing hubs into India so that we can export also. The philosophy is in the 5F. 5F is from the farm to the fiber. From the farm, we will get the fiber. From the fiber to the factory manufacturing unit should be there. This will be mostly MSMEs. Okay. जैसे Raymond's है, it is sold by the brand itself, है ना? हम इसको export करेंगे अब. And factory to the fashion, as the fashion is changing, it is very dynamic. Therefore, we should focus on that as well. And fashion to the foreign. This is basically exporting. This was organized by 11 textile export promotion councils and Ministry of Textiles to promote and showcase that, where we have discussed about investors, circular economy and sustainability, because a lot of waste is generated out of the clothes. Now, not like the traditional times that, we will get the clothes refurbished and use it. Okay? Standards and guidelines, startup and entrepreneurship program, state has taken certain sessions, country sessions, feature of retail and apparel markets, how it is changing, smart manufacturing. Even smart apparels had been there. Water resistant apparels are there. So how do we gain the access into that technology? How do we gain access to that development was the focus of Bharat Tex 2024. Okay guys, so thank you. Keep watching and keep revising.